Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to West Seattle Ball Pro Shop. We are live here with a first look at the TNT Infused. This is the sequel to the original TNT, which was a solid ball that rolled very early for most people. I kind of like that reaction, being someone that tries to do a lot of work taming their back end. But for a lot of other people, it was a ball that they used in only certain situations. So I'm gonna see if this TNT Infused is something that can be used for a wider variety of people and in a wider variety of styles. I'm gonna take a look at it up against my favorite medium shiny ball, that's the Phaze 5, and we'll see which one I would use when. All right, Phaze 5. It's my favorite medium shiny ball lately. Been using it on just about everything. We're in a fresh house shot in the cold of West Seattle Bowl in the morning, so we'll see how this goes. All right, a little slow. The hallmarks of the Phaze 5 are that it's kind of just medium in every way. It gets into a roll pretty quick. The core is designed to be that. It's got a low RG of 248. It's got a medium diff. And essentially all that's meaning is that it's got medium flare potential, wants to get into a roll early and be kind of smooth if you let it. Let's get the speed up and see if we can show that. A little more inside. Knock the 10 out. I love that ball because for a shiny ball, it's actually pretty versatile. Not all shiny balls are that versatile. In a lot of houses, in a lot of situations, you're gonna wanna pick up a shiny, medium strength ball when the lanes start to transition, which means that the front parts of the lanes start to have some hook and the oil goes away. The shiny medium ball, it's gonna allow it to skid through that some, but still keep the energy for the back after you've moved left. You can miss right like that, and the ball's still gonna have the energy to come back, even on the fresh. Phaze 5 has been amazing for me. It's always in my bag, but that doesn't mean that I'm not curious to see what other potential up-and-coming replacements there might be. And so enter the TNT Infused. So let's check that out. So, TNT Infused. This is the sequel to the original solid TNT. A ball that for just about everybody rolled very early, used up its energy, and then it was smooth in the back. Great for control. This one, as you can see, is shiny. So let's see what this does when I throw a pretty good shot. Okay, that wasn't a pretty good shot, but it's still kind of smooth to my eye. It definitely gets through the front part of the lane a lot easier than the TNT ever could. The cover on this ball is the E-Trax Plus Hybrid. And what hybrid means is that it takes the solid of the original TNT and puts some pearl additive in it. 2 parts pearl, actually. So it should be a lot cleaner through the front. So this is a super strong ball still. Pearl doesn't mean that it weakens a ball. In fact, in a lot of cases, it can make a ball a lot stronger. I'm gonna move back on the approach a little bit, get a little more speed, and move a board left, and see if we can keep this ball right at the head pin. There we go. 7-10 out late, which means it's still coming in high. What's great about that is I can already start to see that there isn't the overlap that I thought there would be with the Phaze 5, where the Phaze 5 is trying to be super clean through 3/4 of the lane and then start reading and then smooth kind of go into the pocket, which I love. I'm already starting to see that the TNT Infused is reading the middle of the lane like its solid older brother. That high 710, if anything, I felt like I missed right, but it read the middle of the lane and got set up maybe 2 or 3 feet earlier than I thought. I'm gonna stay back on that ball speed here, but let's be a little gentler with my hand. Something like that. I liked it off my hand. You can kind of see that it just gets to like 8 down lane and goes from rolling this way to rolling that way sooner than the Phaze 5 does. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to weirdly move right. See what that does, kind of flattening it out. It's a lot better. So what did I see on that last shot? What I saw was that while the ball was seeming to come in high to the pocket, a natural response would be to move left. What I kind of wondered about though was, were the early shots with the Phaze 5 and TNT kind of stripping some of the oil already? I moved right, it's just me out here, and found some fresh oil. Kind of went a little longer, even though I moved right. Let's do another one over here. And this time, actually a board left of that. See if there's a happy medium in between. Yeah, so it just got to that spot down lane, was happy and played in some of the oil for a split second longer, and then used all that energy that had been stored up from the 2-part pearl additive. So this ball is surprising to me in a few ways. I'm trying to think about how this might fit into my bag. One way for me to find out is good or bad shots. I'm gonna move around the lane a little more. I'm going to go even more right of that. Now we're about 3 or 4, about 4 boards more right of that last shot, which is where the house shot friction starts. How clean is this pearl? It's about what I expected. That ball right off my hand into the lane, it's just swimming in desert. That's the point of a house shot, is it encourages a good time. It encourages high scores. It encourages the opportunities for missing right or left to kind of still funnel it to the pocket. The friction on the right, it's gonna get the ball to funnel back left to the pocket. If I miss it left, there's hopefully some of that oil that will streamline it straight to the pocket. A ball like this is storing a little too much pop in the back, so moving that far right, it's a pretty dangerous spot for my game anyway. Let's move kind of a little left of those 2 shots before that one, and then we'll start going super deep. Okay, flatten my hand out. Probably because I knew there was no chance in really getting on it for it to stay right at the head pin. It looked pretty good. So it responds well to hand positions. That sounds like all balls should do that. I don't know if that's true. Probably depends on how a ball matches up with your game. That being said, let's move another 3 left of that. Heck, let's do 4 left of that. I'm gonna keep my hand still kind of flat. Backdoored the 4-pin. I thought that ball had no chance to get back. It did touch some oil. I hadn't touched it. I was sort of in an in-between zone of some shots prior. So it kind of shimmed its way into some magical oil there. Flattening my hand out, I thought I had no chance. This ball is a surprisingly big ball. Just keep chasing it. Bring my hand in and play a little bit more, but not too much. That was a great look for me to see kind of what I'm starting to sense with this ball. The original TNT read early, very early, and smooth to the pocket. Adding pearl should hypothetically get it longer and snap more. That one you kind of saw I missed in. The solid from its bigger brother picked up, but the pearl allowed it to continue, somehow get that strike out. Let's go another 2 left from that, and then we'll go to some weird depths. I took my hand out a lot in that one. It looked pretty good to me. It split the 8-9, so what I saw in that last shot was that it had no problem going through the pins the right way, even though I was literally up against the ball return. From that spot of the approach and the laydown, the ball was only in unused fresh oil till about 34, 35 feet. Then it starts to get into the slight tapering friction at the end. It had no problem ignoring all of that and doing what it wants to do, so that looked pretty good. But now we're gonna pan this way and go into a zone that I do play super left, but I'm not very good at being in front of the ball return, so I just have to hope and pray often that I'm that far left, only on the left lane. So let's see what this does. I'm now about 9 left of where I just was. That's disgustingly ridiculous. I don't know what else to say about that. Okay, so I am sick of playing that far left. I feel like if I play any farther left, I will literally be on lane 23. But this review, whether I like it or not, is on 24. So we are going to move to a more reasonable place of the lane, try to chill out everything, ramp up the speed, and we'll end this first look with whatever comes from it. It's about as flat as I can make it. I'm not very good at the flat stuff, so. But yeah, that was a first look at the TNT Infused. It is a very strong ball, or so I'm saying right now. As for whether it fits into my bag in replacement of the Phaze 5, nothing will replace the Phaze 5. I will keep throwing the Phaze 5 until it splits in half. But TNT Infused, I would say, has its place maybe more in a sports shot that isn't so over-under like this. Something that I need to control, which I think the solid from its older brother gives it, but gets it to that front part of the lane with the pearl additive, kind of what it was designed to be. That's kind of what a hybrid is supposed to be. So that being said, I appreciate you taking a look, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and see you again in the next vid.